Hey everybody, this is Matt. Thanks for coming by. I have created with Monday.com a automated employee scheduling workspace template. So you can install this app from the Monday.com store, and it will create a workspace called Automated Employee Scheduling in your Monday.com account. There's several different pieces. First, a how-to document. Read through this. It's going to give you instructions on how to update your team schedule. It's going to tell you instructions on how to launch, recommended things to do, how to perform maintenance, or what to do, contacting me. And also I included a kind of AI generated quick launch summary. If you just want to skip to that and read through it real quick, go ahead and do that and get started. The beef of the template is right here in this board called automated team scheduling. And every Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern time, it generates a schedule. And here's what that looks like. I'm going to navigate to the main table view and blow that up for you. It has all the details, all the columns. Every Sunday at 5 p.m., it's creating a schedule for Stacy, Adam, Eve, Terry, Adam, all these different team members, and it's putting it in this table right here. And it's doing a couple different things. First, it's laying out their kind of default schedule, right? So let's say Stacy works from Monday to Tuesday, Monday through Friday, the AM shift every week. And Eve, she works a couple of AM shifts, the PM shift. And so it's going to create each one of these through automations. So if you look up here in the automations button, navigate to the one that is labeled with the description, generate employee team schedule generator right there. It's the very top one. And inside that, it shows every week on Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern, it's going to create all these items. This is your schedule. So you would come here and edit this automation and put in your team's name, put in what schedules they work, whether it's like an AM, PM, or a 7 to 3. Change the columns to fit your organization's need. And most importantly, their email. Put their email in there too, because we're going to do some matching between boards later. And what that does is every week it makes the schedule. And that schedule looks like this. It's going to show, all right, everybody's schedule for this week, everybody's schedule for next week, who's working what. You've got Eve working her shifts, Adam working his shifts, Stacy working her shifts, and on throughout every week. And this keeps getting updated every week. Every Sunday at 5, it generates this new schedule. It even keeps last week's schedule around on the main table and then archives that after a week. So this is the schedule generator, basically. The days of the week are represented by columns. It's generating one weekly schedule at a time, 3 weeks into the future, right? There's this week, next week, and then the week after next. It's generating the schedule for week after next every Sunday. While that's happening, you have some other elements inside the template, right? First is this doc right here, which is very simply the schedule. It pulls in the data from what you were just looking at, the team scheduling board, and puts it in order. It shows you this week's schedule first. It shows you next week's schedule after that, and then the week after next, and who's working what shifts. And then I included the calendar for 2025. I also included a link to the request for time off. So here's what that. Okay. Let's just say I'm Stacy. So I was using it earlier, so it saved those changes. I'm Stacy, and I'm going to put my email in here. And I'm going to request PTO, and I'm going to request off, let's say the 14th and the 15th. Let's do the 15th and the 16th of April, the 15th and 16th, and I'm coming back on the 17th. So I'm going to put those are the 2 days I'm out. And this is the wedding I told you about. Let's say I'm Stacy, and I shared that with my manager. So I submit that request. And I got a nice little message. It's going to be reviewed by your team leader. So what happened in the background? It threw into this other board, time off requests, a request for Stacy. Here's what that looks like. I'm going to the main table in the board, and it shows, okay, great. There's some requests coming in from Stacy. So let's say I did the fifth. We're going to delete this one because I was doing that on earlier demo. So this request just came in for the 15th and the 16th, the wedding I told you about. and it automatically matched it over to the automated team scheduling. So now as a manager, when I'm looking at this, and I'm looking at the schedule, I can see, oh, Stacy has a request in. And I can look, oh, she's requesting off the 15th and 16th. And then I can navigate to those days and take her off of those days. So, all right, she's working Monday, but she's off on Tuesday, the 15th, and she's off on Wednesday. All right, and I'm going to need coverage for that. So, oh, look, Adam was already working with her on Tuesday. That's great. And then I need someone for AM on Tuesday. So I might add Eve right here. I'm going to add her to she's going to have to work a double that day. So now when I navigate back to the schedules or I look at the team schedule doc, those changes are updated in the schedule and it is automatically updated across the board, across every different asset. So I can see again, all right, Stacy is working this week. She's working next week as well. Oh no, that's where I can see actually on yes, the 15th and the 16th, she is now off on those days because she requested time off. So this is one way to manage all of your schedules, automated team scheduling. You no longer have to sit down and do the schedule. You can simply take your requests from your employees. It'll show up on the board for automated team scheduling, and then you can adjust accordingly, call in reserves, manage your team. This way, no longer do you have to schedule time to create the schedule yourself. You can have it automatically built based on your team's default schedules, and then bring in notifications for you as a manager that, okay, I have new requests here from various team members. Let me adjust my schedule. Okay. I want to hear from you. If you guys are using this or you want to implement it or implement it a different way or find a workaround, reach out to me. Reach out to me at matt@cb+coop.com, or you can reach out to me on X, LinkedIn. Just look for CB and Coop and you will find me. Thank you so much.